Well, every time. Well, not every time, but sometimes. Welcome back to Let's Play Digimon World Next Order. And what I meant by every time, the second I start a recording, I have to clear my throat up. Doesn't happen every time, though. Just often enough for it to be notable.
Digimon World Next Order.
Our next order of business is advancing the plot. So, yeah. Wait. Have fun. Not going by your rules, Mr. or Mrs. Bottomon. It's like, yeah, bring in Digimon in the city, that's fun. It's just not fun when I restrict myself to only bringing Digimon that you acknowledge. Also, Digimon's house has changed. Central Digitizillion gained the grade. Is that batch? Is that what that is called? Like, managed looping? I don't know these things. It's like, it was kind of like old age kind of look, doesn't it? It's like when you got to those recreational kind of villages, except this one has a bit more of a Japanese style to it, which makes sense. I've already got my daily supplies, haven't I? Yeah. I wonder... I said I wonder what this kanji character says. I assume it's a kanji character because it looks very Japanese to me. So like it's one character, but I can already see the character for I. I think that's I on the left there. I've noticed we have Japanese, well, kanji in general, basically, they tend to borrow from other characters. So you'll have, like, a kanji character appear in another kanji character. It's a bit confusing. So, do we have money? No. No, we do not. Of course we don't. You know, I uploaded the previous part last night. I was freaking knackered. I was editing 3 bonus parts for Roger Zero Made in Blackwater Let's Play because I still had, an additional bonus parts to do. It ended up being 3 bonus parts, so that Let's Play has a total of 6 bonus parts in total. Crazy. And I was editing that, and as I was waiting for it to save, I just had the previous part playing, in the background, because that's what I do. When I upload, I'll like scroll through the video to get a general idea of what happened in the parts of the video description, and then I just let it play in the background, And as that was going on, it was about like 10 PM or so, and I was like, struggling to keep my eyes open. So I've got my sleeping pattern back around, but now it's like, it sucks, because by the time I get around to uploading, I'm like, oh, knackered. Also, why is it that the playtime up there has... I mean, does it basically account for, we acknowledge the possibility that someone could play this game for 9,999 hours. That would be insane. Shame you can't load the game from, in-game like this. Otherwise, I would check what the total time is on my main playthrough save file and, my original playthrough of the game when I originally played this game. Because that one's gotta be even longer. So... we have items I could sell. think. Oh, we can't actually do that here. Think. Vortex machina. Quickest way out the powers of thorns or mod cave. Can I afford at least mod cave? Wait. What if I don't have to? I forgot. We got Wizardmon to join the city. I shall reside here, Chicky, no complaints. I never would have thought the city would get so big. I can research magic here, and the view is nice too. That Taomon is a piece of work. Oh yeah, you should practice magic with me. Come by when you feel like it. Notice his buddy Garumon's over here, and he doesn't like all distance. Hey Chicky, I should say hello. I get claustrophobic, so I don't place like this on great. I'm always around here somewhere. I think there are lots. You'll find stuff like this just run around. For 300 bits. I can't. Didn't I already talk to him to get that, or did I not? Otherwise, maybe he just randomly will give you stuff for every now and then. But I don't recall him doing anything past this point, though. Lots of careless characters here. No, don't worry about it. Just take it. Practice your magic. Shall I use magic to fly you far away? I move in space. Yeah, but I use the power of the stars. That's not going to depend on the day. Yeah, every day he will teleport you to specific locations. Today is Wednesday, your destination is Mod Cape. How fitting! Now I don't have to pay Verdermoth to go there. I can go there for free. I can't guarantee you'll make it back if you don't have an autopilot back. You're bad for the worst. Well, you just assume I wouldn't be able to walk back? I mean, I could, it's just to be a waste of time. Hang on. Yeah! Unfortunately, we still have to walk a fair bit, you know, to get to them. Honestly, by the time we get to where we need to be, it'll probably be, you know, late in the evening, probably around bedtime. And, it's already towards the end of the afternoon. Hey, Stingmon, you're not ready to join yet, huh? I'm Stingmon. I'll see you're the type that can't pass the problems. You wouldn't just reject my request, would you? Okay, I guess. But oh wait, I think he might be a Digimon that chills out on the first floor of the lab. I can't remember though. Yes, so that's kind of crazy because I'm trying to remember. Okay, so on the first floor of the lab, you got Nanimon. Yeah, I haven't, gone to visit him yet since he joined us in the first, but MegaKabuterimon hangs out there as well on the first floor. There's a Digimon that joins the city after defeating the final boss, and they chill out on the first floor, so that's 3 Digimon. I guess Stingmon could fit there, I guess. What is... I like how the option to reject it would be like, lame. I wonder what it actually said originally in Japanese, because I've rambled about this in my Lil Buster's Let's Play on my BN channel, Translators can take liberties with translation at times, I mean, I can see why they'd have to reword things a bit, but sometimes they just take it a bit too far. And sometimes make it completely out of context. Like Project Zero Made in Black Water is a scene that gives completely different context that wasn't originally in the game in Japanese. It's weird. So I thought, alright, listen up. I want you to deliver my letter to a certain Digimon. Now hold on, I know what you want to say. Normally you can just get by with a Digimail, right? But we don't have internet connection. See, I want to contact MegaKabuterimon. No matter how many Digimails I send, I never get a reply. Yeah, I know where MegaKabuterimon is. We're not going to be seeing him for a long time. I'll just say where he is without spoiling too much. He's in the final area of the game, along with a bunch of other Digimon. And it's understandable that, he didn't get them Digimail. Because it's like an equivalent, like, okay, this is an area that's, no internet connection. It's really out in the middle of nowhere kind of vibes. He started one day without warning, plus he's always traveling, so he never settled on one place. Well, that's the deal. That's why I have to ask a trustworthy globetrotter like you. got his letter. There's no rush, but if you're running to MegaKabuterimon, please hand over that letter. Please don't open it though. It's a letter, not a telegram, alright? Just like now, it's like, what's a telegram? It's a thing back in the day, okay? You know? I mean, I don't even know. I've never used telegram before. You know? When did they become completely obsolete? Sorry, I know you wouldn't do something like that. You know, you might as well have been like, you know what? It's a floppy disk. I remember floppy disks. Just like, I remember I had these. I can't remember what they were. Like some kind of learning thing. You know. I don't know. Maybe some of you maybe you'd be like, oh, I remember those things. It like had animals on it. I think there was like a rabbit on one, a panda on one. I can't remember the other. It's just like, if anyone remembers, it's probably like, oh man, that took me down memory lane. That does bloody hell, it was so long ago. Alright, that's all of my regrets are gone. Guess I'll head back to Floaty. And you know, nowadays people who think of floppy disks, they just think, oh, isn't that like the save icon in Paint? It's like, yes, but it's also a floppy disk. It's like, what's a floppy disk? I mean, it's becoming even more obsolete now when you think about it, you know? A lot of laptops that don't even have a CD drive. It's like, it's completely obsolete now. We don't need it now. Everything's online, everything's digital. And then when the internet goes out and you're like, Beck, I want to watch stuff on my laptop and I don't have anything on it for some reason. And I've got these movies that have been collecting dust, but I can't use them on these CDs and stuff. I mean, really, the only... It's just like, I like to have the CD drive because, you know, what people nowadays, you know, listen to music, stream and all that. I mean, I just listen to music on YouTube almost often and on. But, you know, I'll just occasionally put in a CD into it and just have the album play, uninterrupted by annoying ads that will ruin it. And you know what's super annoying? Have you ever been, you know, watching a video on YouTube? This doesn't have to be music, but the audio is quiet, so you put on headphones, turn the volume way up because the audio quality in the video is just shit. And then an ad plays, so it's like, boom, my ears. Hate that shit. What you're calling all this Digimon back to Floaty? Perfect, I'll head over on, right on. So Stingmon joined the city. He just joins right off the bat, which is nice. Of course, you have to have the lab installed via Datamon before he joins. Like, you don't even have to complete his task in order for him to go there. I forget what he does. Probably something like that. I don't remember. All the Digimon that join the city and go to the lab on any floor that isn't the first floor, basically, they all tend to what? I just realized I just got Stingmon to join the city, but he wasn't on bottom on the list. Shit. Well, whatever. I'll let it slide. What was I saying? Oh yeah, on the other floors. All of the Digimon are joined on the other floors, except maybe one. They basically teach you different moves. But by the time you get them in the city, you've already learned all the moves, so it's kind of pointless. Plus, they charge an arm and a leg just to teach you a single move. And if it was like the original Digimon world, where learning moves was really a pain in the ass, then that would be very useful, but, you know, it's not that useful because it's expensive and they join the city very late in the game. I keep looking down there because there's going to be a Digimon that will appear down there at some point. Maybe at the start of the next chapter. I forget how long this game actually is. Even though, you know, this is the second playthrough right after the first one. Well, you know, I spent most of that Let's Play doing, you know, post-game stuff. I can't remember how long the main story is. let's chill out here, shall we? I've noticed most thumbnails tend to default to like that, you know? Whereas the protagonist and the Digimon just, you know, waiting with anticipation to be praised or fed or both. Have some snacking nuts. Can't have nuts without also having an additional pizza. And they're gonna have to switch to which one? Apples. Oh shit, my tent hasn't been fixed? Man, there's always something I forget. Although, to be fair, it's understandable I forgot to do that, you know. Was so focused on getting so many Digimon to join the series in the previous part that it kind of slipped my mind, because I didn't really, you know, stop to do anything else. Also, see, actually, let me check. 76? Wait, what? Oh, yeah, it was like 74, wasn't it? So, Stingmon's champion was worth 2 points. I thought for sure 75 was gonna be all we needed. Maybe it's 80. Need a lot of Digimon to join the city to figure out how the hell we're gonna get it floating shit, you know? Float and shit tends to go together. So I kind of interest you in a personal letter from Stingmon directly towards a friend. No, I don't think you can click on this as an option. But we're nearly there. I have to avoid using the tent, you know, if they get hungry on the way. I will get revenge one day, Damon. Just you wait. Wow. You know, I'm just picturing a Digimon running after us with a guitar, and they're playing this song. It just looks so goofy, wouldn't it? What Digimon could you imagine playing that? Probably something obscure, I don't know. For some reason I was picturing a Togemon with an acoustic guitar. I mean, wasn't there another Digimon that was like a cactus? Like, it's kind of weird that Togemon's not the only Digimon that's basically a cactus, you know? But I think he had like maracas or something like that. Very I know it's in Digimon Dusk and Dawn, but I'm not sure where I am. Oh god damn it! Any other game? Sorry, guy, but you kind of were in the way. I mean, I should have been watching while I was growing, but hey, my bad. Yeah, we stole his lunch money. That Growlmon Orange still, you know, questioning his very existence. Speaking of questioning the existence, it's like I was watching Tomb Raider Let's Play on YouTube. And then, for whatever reason, one of the suggested videos was about, you know, how we may be in a simulation. That is a theory, you know. You know, if it turned out that all life is just a simulation, then whatever the fuck would be the one simulating it? That is, I mean, there'd be many questions, but that would definitely be one of the big ones. And I was kind of like, I remember thinking, what if, you know, the universe was just one giant science experiment? So it'd be like a simulation of sorts, you know? It's like a, you know, like those competitions, you know, like science measure or whatever. It's like that. It's like, okay, I've created this planet called Earth, and we have life here. How are you doing over there, Mars? It's like, just bullshit. There's nothing going down on this planet anymore. It's a lot of shit. Also, I'm not sure if you saw him, but MegaKabuterimon is in the area, as well as MegaKabuterimon Blue. I mean, they both can be fought. I think for the MegaKabuterimon, I think he's over there. Yeah. He can be, he joins the city, but yeah, he's one of the ones actually that joins the lab, now that I think about it. So if you talk to him, you basically get nothing. He doesn't even speak to you, and you like get some text saying it's like, oh, it's like, I don't know, he's like, he's not even all there or something, you know, because he's not interested until we upgrade the lab to its maximum level. Same with Greymon. What have we got? Last of the apples. Gotta get some. I suppose I could initiate your little quests while I'm here. Hey you, can I ask you a favor? Hey, you know cell phones, right? Humans can't send transmission without a cell phone. I tried making one of those cell phone things myself. Very rare around these parts, you see. I want to show it off to my friends, but before I knew it, I'd lost it. Oh, so I can't right now. Alright, for real? Oh, but there's just one problem. Bridge connecting Path Fork Island to Boulder Island's been down recently, so we can't go over there. Rapidmon, you've got wings, haven't you? You could fly over there. Why did you go get it your damn self, you lazy bastard? Pressing the switch in the control room should lower the bridge. I don't know the details, so can I also ask you to lower the bridge to Boulder Island? I'll do something in return to thank you for your help. Sorry for the hassle. So on Boulder Island over yonder is the direction that leads to Absolute Zero. On top of that, on Boulder Island, there's a lot of hostile Guardramon. I think there's a gold Guardramon amongst them as well. And they're pretty tough. And there's also another douchebag, which is the Digimon that Bottomon said was in the area and is really fast. He's ultimate level, so I don't really want to deal with that shit right now. Lost phone, please ring my homemade phone back from Rocky Island. Volpix Magna where I love this. You know, there's another piece of shit in the sewers, you know, that we could get in Black City. Whoa, 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 whoa. Might as well talk to MegaKabuterimon just to, you know, prove my point about it. Yeah, the lighting on that is cool, isn't it? But does the lighting remain like that when you go back there? I don't know. MegaKabuterimon is here, but it's not responding. It's like there's no soul inside of it. Why do you have it with a question box? It's like, who is speaking? This should surely be like inner thoughts. It's like, wow, smell Garuma. But it's like, he's not really there. It's like he's got no soul. Into the sewers. I'm not even gonna bother talking to the optional douchebags. Oh. Why is this area abandoned? See those douchebags over there? They'll basically ask you, it's like, hey, which one of us is the coolest? And no matter what, one of them will get annoyed at you because, you know, you say the other one is as cool as the other one. So they'll get mad and run off, and you gotta try to get them to go all the way up that area just so that you can, you know, stop them, fight them, kick their ass, get them back to their senses, you know. You know, maybe Nanimon is scaring off the usual Digimon I hang out with. You know, speaking of which, I finally got around to playing on the Nintendo Switch again, first time in ages, right? And so I was playing Pokemon Legends Arceus, and before I like start the game up, it was like an update. So install the update 1.1.1 or whatever. So I don't know if it's related to that, but as I was going about, you know, traveling around the world, looking for Digimon, not Digimon, Pokemon we're talking here now, you know? There were like 2 distinct areas that I remember there being like loads of Pokemon, but there was nothing, no Pokemon to be seen. This area that you had that Rhydon evolution and a bunch of Chimco, it was completely deserted. And then on top of that, on top of a mountain area, that's like a swamp area where you get the Goodra or whatever the hell it is, these evolutions, completely abandoned. It was eerie. I don't know what's up with that. It must be some kind of glitch. I wonder if it is related to the update, which is like, how do you update a game and make it so that it's worse? Also, Golbat's flying animation is still garbage. Seriously, it's like look at Phoenixmon there. See how natural its wings move like that? Pokemon Legends Arceus. When you see like a Golbat flying in the distance, they just have this kind of really stiff animation, like it's poorly done stop animation, where they're like, okay, take 3 shots and that'll be it. But we'll also have it move in a really awkward, clunky manner. I don't know, maybe it's because... Was it actually made by Game Freak? Because, you know, they did make Pokemon and they're, you know, companies at the start screen. Well, before the start screen, rather. So is it them that made that game as well? Because if it is, that would probably explain it, because this is kind of a new step for them, isn't it? Going from, you know, copy and paste Pokemon games over the years and, you know, leaving all the spin-off stuff to, you know, other companies like, you know, Coliseum Games, I'm pretty sure was a different company. So, you know, they're finally like forced out of it. It's like, okay, Nintendo made a console that is both a home console and handheld, so now Pokemon games have to be on this console, and we're not gonna, you know, stand for, you know, just the old shit with the handheld console games. Now, no, we've got to make it look a bit more. We've got to push the limits and stuff. So maybe that's what it is. Or, alternatively, maybe it's also because the Switch isn't a very powerful console. But then again, it's the same console that has those Breath of the Wild games. I have not played either of them, but they clearly seem to be better with the large open world than Pokemon Legends Arceus, but I imagine they probably had a much bigger team for that, for one thing. And even then, it probably still runs into issues because of the limitations. Seriously, what is up with that, you know? Nintendo was like, okay, they made the GameCube. That kind of flopped, even though I liked the GameCube. It kind of got overshadowed by Xbox and PS2. And then they made the Nintendo Wii, and it was a huge success, and then they made the Wii U, and it kind of fell off a cliff. And then they made the Switch, which has been successful, but at the same time, it's kind of limiting, because, you know, to have a console where it can be in like a handheld console and, you know, regular console means that there's gonna be a lot of limitations to it. It can't keep up with its competitors in terms of what it can do. It's more gimmicky, but I feel like one thing that keeps Nintendo afloat is IPs. They've got the Marios, they've got the Pokemon, they've got the Zelda and shit like that. And other IPs that they've got but never used. But that's the point, it's like, because they have exclusivity to these games, you know, it doesn't matter if their technology with their consoles isn't up to par with some of the other consoles. It's got the IPs, and that's what matters. I mean, I like the Switch. It is a bit gimmicky, but, you know, I quite like it that you can basically play it on the TV and just go on the handheld mode. Which is good, because, you know, playing handheld consoles after a while really strains the eyes. Why am I going on this long ramble? It's like Nanimon's saying what the viewers are thinking. Like, I can't believe you, punk. You're going on about a competition. This is fucking Digimon. You've been yammering on about Pokemon this whole time. You are an absolute traitor to this genre. You got some nerve talking to me, Nanimon. I can something you aware of you do. Hell, you didn't even check your inventory to make sure you actually have recovery items. You damn fool. What's that? You're making fun of my boots. Don't you know sick kicks with yourself? I can't take it anymore. All these damn negative vibes you're putting out are driving me nuts. Seems to be annoying. Let's get out of here. Alrighty, nasty accusation. Let's get out of here. You gotta run. Come on, say something, punk. I'm just picturing a biker gang of Nanimon, and it's hilarious. They all steal Beelzemon's bike. They're all just riding on that. That'd be hilarious. Man, if I was really good at, you know, drawing, and specifically drawing like a scene like that, I would totally draw that, because that would be an hilarious image. But alas, I'm not that good at it. We got 30 of those, so let's give it a go. Well, look who it is, if it ain't old Gutless. Finally gonna throw down or what? I'll throw back triple whatever you throw at me, punk. Pretty nasty accusation for a head with arms and legs and bad attitudes, who claims he's the future because he's got future written on his head and what looks like an arrow to be pointing towards us, actually. We're the future, not you. It's like, no, it's pointing my glasses. Ooh. Oh, you sound like as cheeky as ever. I'll send you back. Oh my god. We did a decent amount of damage. Oh god. You bastard flinging shit. I've got defense plugging if I need it, which, you know what, it's great. Use it. You know what it is? This is why Nanimon's so angry. He's got hemorrhoids. And he keeps throwing his blood-covered shit at us. He's in agony, really. We're just making it worse for him. One thing you can't say about him though is that he's constipated, because as is evident by him flinging all that crap at us, he's clearly very constipated. Just whip him into shape. It wasn't that his thing in the anime? I can't remember in years. I never watched the full anime. Hell, I think I've watched more of Tamers than I did the original. And I didn't even watch all of that because, as I've ranted about previously before, it was on Fox Kids, which was later rebranded as Jetix. I remember watching that, and then eventually it's like, okay, episode after episode after episode, and then nothing. It just stops airing it, and I'm like, God damn you bastards. Hate when shit like that happens. Now the internet, you know, you can watch it wherever you want. Except, you know, I wouldn't have a clue where you watch those one specifically, but yeah. But yeah, wasn't there a thing in the anime where he was like, kind of like some kind of sergeant or some shit? I can't remember.
Yo, a gift, man. I thought I saw some pearly gates for a minute there. Jeez, you're like a one-man army. Man, wait, army, man, Nani, man. Wait a minute. Are you the real Nanimon? Hold up, what's going on here? What the hell are you talking about, Nanimon? I mean, it's kind of fitting because doesn't Nani mean what? I don't get it. At times like this, best to make a break for it.
Nanimon joined the city. I mean, Agnes is female, not male, so you got that one. Might as well pop in, say hello to the king while we're here. Couldn't help but notice that prosperity of the city has not increased enough for clockwork rats. How many games has King Sukamon appeared in? He's never been a playable character.
Who the heck are you? It's my secret poop pie. It's the king's realm where only those who pay tribute may enter. Blah, blah. I want you to read this, please. Go on, get out of here. Blah.
I fought in your general direction. Excellent. This place does become relevant for a post-game side quest, but I'm not going to do it for the second playthrough because it's balls to wall difficult and damn exciting. As I've already stated, you know, earlier on the second playthrough, I mean, it wasn't even going to be originally a second playthrough, but here we are anyway. I'm going to play through the whole main story and beat the first post-game quest, and that'll probably be it. I don't know, maybe I would recruit some more Digimon, but I don't know. I'm not going out of my way to, you know, 100% everything I did in the first playthrough, because that would just be insane. Already played through it. Actually, you have good news. Stingmon has come back to Floatia. He's gone to the lab. I think he wants to do some research into something really amazing. Nanimon has come back to Floatia. He enthusiastically ran over into the instant, but I have no idea what his plans are. He's got various doubts and he's having this was really great now. I'm a bit stinky because of the Nanimon. I wonder if I were to put up a poll towards the end of this second playthrough. Just like, should I do what the other side quests do? And everyone's like, yes. It's like, are you mad already? Did it? Yeah, but you're playing the female protagonist this time. So that's different enough to do that. Yeah, that's Rapidmon. But who's up there? Two friend Digimon who are like peas in a pod. Well, it's nice of you to acknowledge two Digimon in one. I know who you're talking about. I find it strange that you're talking about them first. I mean, they're at the bottom of Bonnie Resort. They're in this area before a graveyard. Like right at the entrance, if I recall. But you know, there's two other Digimon there that are easy enough to join the city. It's just kind of confusing. We don't have a lot of money still, right? Oh wait, we do have a... Oh, Thursdays, yes. Renamon, half price. There's Digimon over there.
Hey, I Forrest, sent the money all the way here. This is the business district. All looks so wonderful. Money gives birth to culture and splendor and helps breed happiness. A well-managed bunch like you may never know what I'm talking about. Basically, I need to get this economy going. I'll help you do it too. If I stand around.
But he gives us money for meeting milestones, so I guess that's helpful. It was vegetables and fruit, right? Of course, they have to be the most expensive dishes on the menu. And you're still hungry after that. Now have a drink. You have a full meal there. That cost me all of my money. It's a good thing I didn't break my tent, because I would not be able to afford repairs. Let's see. That's gonna go there. So I can at least have some points there, so when I level up next, maybe I can get the third battle option. Do we even have many moves to even add? Oh wait, I already got the third one. I mean the fourth one. I guess I could, if I had that, I would be able to add Fire Tower. Must be War Cry. Shadow Fall's a good one. So it's occurred to me. Use that one because you don't have the poison thing that's bad there. Go with Shadow Wall, that's a tough move. Takes up a lot though. I wonder where old Wizardmon would fancy. Oh wait, I forgot. I got completely sidetracked by, you know, a tamer level. Gotta fix the tent first. But I wonder where Wizardmon would take us today. If it takes us faulty Ex Machina, that would be very convenient. If it takes us to Boney Resort, that would also work too. So now we get medium stuff instead of small ones. You know, because this is the second playthrough, I've basically just been kind of you know, getting on with things, aside from when I rambled. But I remember watching a Let's Play, 2 different Let's Plays of the original Digimon world, and there was things about those playthroughs that bugged the hell out of me. And it was how some Digimon were just completely ignored because either they didn't know they were there or whatever. But you know, sometimes when they get a Digimon to join the city, they wouldn't even bother to try to figure out where that Digimon is in the city and what they do. They just like move on. So I'm just now noticing, it's like I've basically been doing that on this second playthrough, but I will eventually get around to talking to them. I wonder what that kanji character on that sign says. It's like that's homework for me. Wow, this is a stupid thing to say. I like trying to, you know, figure out what these kanji characters mean, you know? Gives me an excuse to go through my kanji book to try to figure out what it means. And, you know, if could also have the bonus of, you know, putting the kanji character into my memory, you know, so that I remember whenever I see that kanji character, that's what that means. But honestly, there's only a few kanji characters, so I have to be able to recognize them. We can upgrade the stock market, Demi-Dome under the crowd. We can upgrade the lab too. Stock market or lab? Stock market, fucking lab. There'll be more Digimon that can join. Granted, it would also involve, rather require Bloodamon to acknowledge their existence before I do anything with that, but still. Confusion cherries. Have I used service enough? No. This actually works kind of. See, kind of, because we can't lower the bridge this way, but hell, I can at least get the freaking cell phone back. It's just gonna be done in such a convoluted way. Well, I'll have to go back to the city, because I can't get past because of the freaking bridge. Now that I think about it, yeah, you would basically need an autopilot. You'd be stuck in this area. You'd be like, oh yeah, you can't, you know, leave unless you get knocked out or use an autopilot because the bridge hasn't been lowered and you're on the wrong side. Well, I never. Finally, a human has made it this far. It's absolute zero on frozen land of snow and ice. I can see that. It's a very small area. It's like they took that area leading up to the ice sanctuary and the ice sanctuary itself, of course, and we're like, yeah, that'll do for absolute zero. You know, we don't need to add in the other areas. It's actually, lore-wise, this is actually the same ice sanctuary from the original Digimon world. There is a lore reason to it, as Mr. Mamio explains at one point, optionally, but pretty sure you ought to get that dialogue from him after you've already beaten the game. That structure over there is what this area is known for, a temple called the Frost Cathedral. We call the Ice Sanctuary recently, pretty much the only thing here. Anyway, there's a legend that this land suddenly appeared in the world hundreds of years ago. Yeah, that's why. It's from the original Digimon world, which I guess timeline-wise would be hundreds of years for the digital worlds, whereas in reality it was like maybe 2 decades, maybe less. So I haven't got a clue what the Frost Cathedral is. You can investigate for yourself if you're interested. You might even survive if you're lucky. Speaking of which, if you want to try your luck, I haven't got anything better to eat. You know the game rock, paper, scissors, right? Every single human knows how to play it. Why? Why did that immediately come to mind? When he's just like, every human being knows how to play it, except for people without hands. But, oh. Here goes, 3, 2, 1. Well, you know, they could have, you know, the artificial hands. That could work too. I'd guess what Snow Goblimon was thinking and says it was scissors. Rock. Scissors. Well, you know your stuff. Oh, I lost! The partner is moving beast. I want these next time. Yeah, he basically just challenges you to rock, paper, scissors anytime, you know. Anytime, any place, but it has to be specifically in absolute zero. Now this area that we're about to come into, see this? This is what I feel the rest of the game should have had. Both the X Magna has a variety of different, you know, it's got the more mechanical area, then it's got the grassy area, and then it's got the snow area. The snow area in particular, because over there leads to absolute zero. It feels like a natural progression, you know, from one area to the next. It feels natural. Doesn't feel that way for most areas in here. But, you know, we're gonna go pick up Retinmon's cell phone in the next part, so I shall see you next time, viewers. See you next time.